I'm Brandon Woods. This is Sanguinebulous Cannaceae. I created this work in 2020 during the throes of the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's a message of hope. Hope in my art, both technically and professionally. Hope in my relationship with my partner and our future together. And broadly, hope in humanity. This work was created on the very first dimensional panel that I constructed that varies simultaneously in height, width, depth, and pitch. It's a year and a half in the making in that way. And in this sense, it's hope realized or hope validated. Because whenever I was clamping together the frame of the work and saw that the miters were exactly right and that it all was together and everything worked, that the massive calculator that I designed to build this, that all my math was right, it validated my mad science, and it validated what I wanted out of my art, and it was proof that it worked. And I felt like a rock star. And it is hope for the future of my art and my artistic practice. As I continue to build these dimensional works that bridge painting and sculpture and that are engaging with math and engage with science and create a experience for the viewer, more than just a view of a thing, that they are experience of the work and experience of the viewers' associations to their own individual past memories with the work, while giving themselves over to it to feel the effects of time and gravity that this work will elicit through the viewer's engagement with it as they move around the work and see how it changes, both in form and in color. And I also am establishing a new field, a new discipline that is neither painting nor sculpture. It bridges the two. It's both, but it isn't painting. It isn't sculpture. It's that something else. And Donald Judd just called it three-dimensional works. He said that it was too soon to define it more than that. And that was almost 60 years ago. And it's had time. And I'm defining it. What this new field is spatium. And spatium is a term that goes back at least to ancient Rome. And it's the term that my partner Caitlin and I decided would be best applied to that new discipline. And I'll make a separate video that really dives into that, because I want to keep talking about this piece. The work also relates to hope in my relationship with my partner, with Caitlin, through its original inspiration for the work being a black canna, which is the very first plant that she and I bought together 5 years ago, whenever we very first started dating. And over time, that plant has come to be a symbol of hope in our relationship, in my mind, because it's tall and it's beautiful and it is hardy. It's gone through blazing, scorching summers in Savannah and frigid winters in Knoxville, and has survived both to bloom brighter, grow taller every year. And that's true for our relationship as well. And the black canna has massive leaves that are this intense red-green color. They shift color, and there's violets mixed into it as well. It's incredibly complex, and it's only at the very top of this plant, it can be 5 feet tall, that there's a flower that blooms, and it's bright red, incredibly intense red color, that inside each flower there are these little yellow dots that increase moving towards the pistil, and it's representing those in the work, those little yellow dots, as I was splattering paint on there, that it really opened up this piece to the full power of what it was, in that the work turned nebulous. It resembled a nebula, specifically the Eagle Nebula, where the pillars of creation can be found. And it speaks to me in that way of hope for humankind in the future that we have, in moving towards a future in the stars. And so the title for this work, Sanguinebulous Cannaceae, is a thesis for the work in a way, which I think that great titles for artworks really can be. And I came up with the word sanguinebulous myself. It's just kind of mashing together sanguine and nebulous. Sanguine meaning red and hope, and bloody, which here I would say bloody in terms of like tribulation, and whether that's related to the black canna surviving heat and cold to blossom, or whether that's me pushing through so much kind of doubt and discouragement of failed attempts to build a dimensional panel and to get all my math right, and or whether that's humanity going through this tribulation of this pandemic that has cost so many lives businesses and all of that. And this nebulous is in terms of resembling a nebula, but also nebulous means uncertainty. As if it's cloudy or foggy. We can't see what the future holds. But sanguine also means hope, and it also means red, and so the different permutations of that, with hope in uncertain times, or red nebula, like the Eagle Nebula. And then Cannaceae is the taxonomic family to which black canna belongs. And together, that's my my work, my hope. So, thanks for watching.